It's a bright sunny day at Construction HQ. Everyone is excited to start work. Today, they need to repair an old bridge that's collapsed in the middle. That'll be fun. The team arrive happily at the broken bridge. Wow, look at all the holes. But they need to get their planks at the far side to fix it. Where's Daisy going? Whoa! Mr. Rubble almost got knocked over the edge. Daisy can't get over the gap. But maybe she can reach the planks with a hook. Oh, nearly! Give it another go. Oh no, she's knocked it into the river. But at least Daisy tried. What are they going to do now? Digley's got it. He's going to try and reach across. Watch out, the plank is collapsing. Phew. Great save, Daisy. But how are they going to get across and get those planks? Wait a minute. I think Digley has a plan, watching Daisy's hook swing back and forth. Oh, they're going to swing Mr. Rubble over the gap. That's a long way down, and Mr. Rubble doesn't like heights. He's nervous, but Digley and CJ are encouraging him. Go on, Mr. Rubble, be brave, you can do it. Mr. Rubble is swinging. This isn't so bad, it's actually great fun. He's having a great time. He can grab the planks on that side and deliver them to the crew on the other side. Now, with a bit of cement to stick it, the bridge will be repaired in no time. There, all done. Good job, team. But look. Mr. Rubble is still swinging. He's having so much fun, he doesn't want to stop. It's Construction HQ. What's in store today? Those flowers don't look very well. They need some water. Time to save those flowers. Daddy Bus is very worried about his flowers. Not to worry, the gang are here to help. Those flowers really need some water, but the sprinkler is broken. There is no water coming out. What are they going to do? Aha! A water wheel! Maybe this can help somehow. When the water wheel moves, water comes out of the sprinkler. Keep it moving, Digley. Oopsie! How do they keep the water wheel moving? Daisy is splashing the water. When the water moves, it pushes the wheel. Hooray! Look at all that water! Wait, what? The water has stopped moving. That big pink ball is blocking the slide and stopping the water coming down to move the water wheel. Daisy is going to push the ball down. Uh-oh, the ball is very bouncy. It's Digley's turn. Go on, Digley, you can do it. Daisy is helping. Almost there. Whee! It worked! They did it! The sprinkler is working again. And the flowers are back to life. What brilliant work, team! Time for a reward. Whee! Look at them go! It's a boiling hot day at Construction HQ, and the gang are very hot and bothered. But there's no time to rest. They've got a busy day ahead. What's Daisy spotted outside? Oh no! It's a fire! And it set off the fire alarm! Here comes Ashley the fire truck. Can she put the fire out? Sure she can. Phew! Hooray for Ashley! And off she goes to help some more people across town. Bye, Ashley! Thank you! Oh no! Another fire started. And there goes the alarm. It's even bigger this time. Where's Ashley the fire truck? Oh no! Don't worry, Digley has a plan. He's filling up his digger with water. He's trying to put out the fire. Good idea, Digley. Mr. Rubble wants to help too. Whoops! Be careful, CJ. CJ has loaded up her cement mixer with water. Watch your water on the floor, Mr. Rubble. Whoops! Oh no! The fire is spreading towards the building. What are they going to do? Daisy's got a plan. She knocked the tower into the wood and stopped the fire spreading. Hooray for Daisy! Splash! The fire is all gone. And here's Ashley. Don't worry, Ashley. The fire is out. Even if they did make a bit of a mess.
Hey, it's Digley. Time for a hard day's work on the construction site. But wait, what has Digley seen? Oh wow! A robot digger! I wonder what that's doing here. Johnny is going to turn the machine on. Oh, that's it! The robot looks ready to work. Now the construction vehicles are hard at work. Digley is digging a trench, but now the robot digger is here to help. Look out, Digley! The robot is digging very fast. Let's just stay out of its way. Look at the robot digger go! Dozer has to move fast to keep up. Whoa! The robot digger has finished its job already. Oh, poor Digley. He feels useless now that the robot has done his job for him. What's this? A drip of water has hit the robot. I don't think the robot is waterproof. Oh no, it's going haywire. It's smashing up all the construction sites. Somebody needs to stop it. Digley and Dozer are jumping into action. Dozer is holding the robot back, but he can't hold it forever. Quick, Digley! Phew! The robot is up. Well done, Digley and Dozer. You saved the day. But what can we do with the robot now? It's a very hot day today. Oh! Digley has turned the robot digger into a robot fan. How very clever of him.
It's a snowy day at the construction site. Look, Digley and Daisy are having a snowball fight. Oh no! They almost hit Mr. Rubble. And he looks angry. But he was only joking. I wonder what they're building today. A snowman? That's going to be so fun. Wait a second. Oh, it's a giant snowman. Wow, it's going to be huge. Everyone's working together to make giant snowballs for the snowman. Here they come. It's time to assemble. Wow, that was close. Miss Skip is working on the head. Look, there's the mouth. Digley also bought some things. A traffic cone for the nose and some old tyres for eyes. Nice teamwork. There, it's finished. Oh no, Mr. Rubble slipped. Careful. The snowman is about to fall. Watch out. Quick, Mr. Rubble. It's catching Digley too. Phew. That was a close one. Oh no, it caught Mr. Rubble. Careful. Poor Mr. Rubble. His giant snowman is ruined.
But Digley and Dazey won't give up that easy. They'll build another one. Everyone is working together to build the snowman as good as new. Yay! It didn't fall this time. Amazing work, everyone. Not giving up always pays off in the end. Digley and Dazey are finishing up the gingerbread house on top of the big hill. I wonder what Digley is up to. Oops! That was close, Dazey. There's Mr. Rubble, all the way down at the bottom of the hill. He's putting up a sign to show the way to the gingerbread house. But where's Digley gone? Oh, he has made a welcome sign for the gingerbread house. Nice work. It looks great. Dazey loves it. Uh-oh, Dazey knocked the boulder down the hill and it's turning into a giant snowball. It's heading straight for Mr. Rubble and he hasn't noticed. What are they going to do? Dazey has an idea. Whoa! They're using Digley's sign as a sled, and now they're racing down the hill. Watch out for that tree. Good steering, Digley. That was a close one. Looks like Mr. Rubble still has no idea. Keep going, guys. You're nearly there. Watch out! Oh no, they've tripped over that rock. How will they catch up with the snowball now? Digley is determined to keep going. Oh no, the snowball is getting closer. Quick, guys, there's no time to lose. Dazey has spotted something ahead, a snowbank. Look at them fly. Now they're ahead of the snowball. They can use the sign as a ramp. It worked! Brilliant idea, guys. Phew! Digley and Dazey saved the day, just in time. And Mr. Rubble didn't even notice anything was wrong. Great work, team!
Ooh, Digley has a new book. Everyone wants to see. It's all about dinosaurs. But Mr. Rubble is waiting. It's time to start work. Today they're building a roundabout. Soon everyone is hard at work. Digley just wants to read his book. But now isn't the time. There's work to do. Wait, what's Digley found? It looks like some old bones. I wonder what they are. Daisy's collecting them up. There are so many. Oh, I think they're dinosaur bones. Now they just need to put them together like a jigsaw puzzle. Everyone is helping put the dinosaur bones together. Done. That doesn't look right. Oh dear, they'll have to try again. What about now? Nope, that's not right either. But wait, on the front cover, that's it. It's a T-Rex skeleton. Now they know what it is, they can put it together properly. Nice work, everyone. Now it can stand in the middle of the roundabout.
What are the construction crew up to today? An obstacle course? That looks like so much fun. Digley is digging a hole. And it looks like Bump is putting a ramp in place. The crew are all lined up and ready to test it out. The first one to get to the finish line gets that shiny trophy. Ready, set, go! CJ's in the lead. She's looking pretty fast. Digley is a bit behind, but he's trying his best. Oh no! CJ has gone face first into the mud pit obstacle and is now stuck in the mud. Now Bump is in the lead. The mud is no problem for his big crawler tracks. Up the ramp. Now it's time to cross the narrow bridge. Bump is up first. What was that? A wrecking ball? Oops! Bad luck, Bump. Mrs. Skip is controlling the wrecking ball as another obstacle to get past. Nice dodge, Daisy. You can't beat a wrecking ball with a wrecking ball. Whoa! What knocked CJ over? It's Mr. Rubble. He's using a paint blaster to try and knock them off. Daisy's really good at dodging them. Careful, Digley. Phew, he caught himself on the monkey bars. He might be slow on his crawler tracks, but he's super fast when he's using his strong arm. Digley and Daisy are almost at the finish line. It's so close. They've just got to get down the ramp. Whoa! They crossed the line together. Looks like they both came in first place. Well done, guys.
It's another sunny day at Construction HQ. I wonder what they're building today. Oh, nice. A barn. This looks like a good spot to start building. First, they need to lay these planks down. Haha! Nice one, Bump. But what's this? A bunny? Oh no! They're building the barn all over the bunny's home, but I don't think the crew have noticed. The bunnies are definitely not happy. What are they going to do? This bunny has jumped up onto the bricks. What is she doing? She's trying to take one of the bricks. Oh, here comes Bump. I don't think he noticed the bunny. Now Daisy has put some pipes down. And that bunny has pushed them over. And now the bunny has taken that pipe. What are they up to? Now Digley is laying out his tools. But one of the bunnies is moving his hammer. And now they're moving his screwdriver too. Digley doesn't get it. Where did his tools go? The whole construction crew are very confused. How do things keep going missing? It's such a mystery. Wait! Now they know the bunnies are the ones moving everything. But why? Oh! They've moved everything into another field. They want the crew to build the barn over there instead, so it's not on top of their rabbit holes. Now Daisy gets it. Now the crew have moved all the building materials into the other field, just like the bunnies wanted. In no time at all, the barn is all finished, all good in the new field. The bunnies are so happy. Well done, team.
It's a fun snowy day at Construction HQ. I wonder what they're building today. An ice rink? Amazing! Here's the frozen pond. To turn it into a skating rink, they need to put up the soft safety barriers. Uh-oh, Bump's moving the snow, but he's not seen Mr. Rubble. Oops, Mr. Rubble is on the ice. His wheels can't grip. He's sliding. Quick! Digley and Dazey can move the barrier so he doesn't crash. Phew, nice work. But now Mr. Rubble is sliding towards the market stall. Mrs. Skip has to bounce him back. Good job, Mrs. Skip. Bounce, bounce. Mr. Rubble's going back and forth like a ping pong ball. But I think Digley has a plan. They can bounce him into this pile of snow. Daisy's bouncing him towards the snow pile. Whoosh! Is Mr. Rubble okay? Ah, there he is. Good job, everyone. Now the ice rink can be finished in no time. Digley and Dazey are having fun skating on it. But what's this? Skates? Now Mr. Rubble can join in and skate too. Whoa, whoa there. He's got it. It's so much fun to go ice skating.
The crew are arriving at Construction HQ. I wonder what's in store today. Wow, they're painting a rainbow building. This is going to be a lot of fun. Look at all those colourful paints. Time to get started. It's purple first. Digley and Dazey are on 2 platforms that are connected. Dazey is starting with red at the top. She's lowering down her platform. But oops, it's made Digley go up. That's not right. Digley lowers his platform again. But that has lifted Daisy's up. Oh dear, this isn't going to plan. Whoa! Watch out, Mr. Rubble. Mr. Rubble is covered in paint. Daisy looks determined to fix this. Up she goes, but that sends Digley down again. Look out! Oh dear. This is getting very messy. How are Digley and Dazey going to fix this? Oh, Digley has realised that they're both connected and they need to work together as a team. That's much better. Great job, guys. Wow, that building looks amazing. What a great day's work. Uh-oh. Look out for that paint, Mr. Rubble. Not again.
It's a summery day at Construction HQ. What's happening? Mr. Rubble seems very nervous. They're off on holiday to the beach. Hooray! Mr. Rubble was just tricking them. Digley is building a sandcastle. Whoa! Daisy's sandcastle is huge. Digley wishes his sandcastle was that big. Mr. Rubble is happily sunbathing. Oops! Who was that? It's Buster and Scout. They're on holiday too. Digley is finishing off his new sandcastle. That's great, Digley. Daisy asked Buster to help her build an even bigger one. Look out, Mrs. Skip. Oops. Wow! Look at that! Their castle even has a moat. Digley and Scout think they can do better. Wow! That's amazing! Hang on a second. Looks like the tide is coming in. It could ruin their sandcastles. Quick, everyone! They need to work together to build a wall. Mr. Rubble is fast asleep. The tide! Quick! Oh no! Mrs. Skip! Watch out! Phew! They're okay. What an eventful day at the beach. Wow! It's a wonderful snowy day at Construction HQ. What are they building today? A gingerbread house? Mmm, tasty. Look at all that gingerbread. Ooh. They're building the house at the top of that hill. Whoa! It's a long way up and a steep climb. Be careful, Bump. Oh no! A piece of gingerbread has snapped. But Mrs. Skip is collecting the pieces. I wonder why. They're at the top. It's time to build. Go team! Good job, Digley and Dazey. Now CJ is gluing the walls together with icing sugar. Be careful, Daisy. That gingerbread breaks very easily. Uh-oh! CJ's to the rescue. Watch out, Mr. Rubble! Oh dear! Digley is lifting the next piece. Oh no! Not again! Be careful, everyone! This is very tricky. The gingerbread keeps breaking. They're working as a team to glue the broken pieces back together. It worked! Wow! Look at that gingerbread house. That was great teamwork, everyone. It looks very tasty. Nope, Daisy. This gingerbread isn't for eating. But Mrs. Skip has made snacks out of the broken gingerbread pieces. Yippee! Now this gingerbread you can eat, Daisy. Yum, yum. Delicious.
It's a new day on the construction site. Oh dear, Bump is so slow. He's going to be late. Mr. Rubble doesn't like it when people are late. Today they're going to build a sandpit. How exciting! Digley has dug the hole in no time at all. Oh dear, it takes Bump a long time to get anywhere. Now they just need to fill the hole with sand. But oh dear, Bump has to go all the way over there to get it. Bump looks very gloomy. Everyone is so much faster than him. But what's this? Digley has an idea. Oh, he's making some changes to Bump's engine. Now Bump is so much faster. Whoa! Watch out, Mr. Rubble. Uh-oh. Bump is speeding around out of control. Look out for that pile of dirt. Oh dear. Poor Bump. He's just not designed to go fast. Digley is going to change him back. Later on, Digley and Dazey are trying to load the sand into the sand pit. But it's taking them forever. But wait, with his big scoop, Bump can do that in no time. He may not move fast, but he can move things faster than anyone else. Nice work, Bump. He's very useful just the way he is.
Look, it's the town zoo, and there's Bandit Bus. What's he up to this time? Oh no, he's unlocking the zoo doors. And now he's opening them. The zoo animals might escape. Oh dear, that baby lion has just got out. Hey, it's Digley and Dazey, driving along the road. And there's Tony the truck. Hi, Tony. They've all got work to do. Tony's on his way to deliver some boxes. Look, the baby lion. Tony is scared. He's running away. Digley and Dazey wonder what he's running from. The baby lion is still there. Digley and Dazey are frightened. Lions can be dangerous. But they can't just leave him to roam free. He needs to go back to the zoo. I think Digley has a plan. Look, a toy mouse on a string. The baby lion is chasing it. He'll follow it anywhere. Oh, I see. Digley and Dazey are pulling the string. They're going to use it to lead the baby lion all the way back to the zoo. Oops. Daisy's knocked the sign. Now they don't know which way the zoo is. Maybe it's this way? Oh dear, they've gone round in a circle. Well, maybe it's this way.
Whoa!
Maybe not. Oh no! The baby lion has caught up. But wait, he doesn't seem so scary. He just wants to play.
Ooh!
There! The baby lion is back at the zoo, safe and sound. Good job, Digley and Dazey.
Digley and Dazey are out on the road today, fixing traffic lights, working hard to get it right. It fits with a swing. Come on, Digley, plug it in. Oh no, something's wrong. The lights are out, the power's gone. Digley and Dazey are out on the road today, fixing traffic lights, working hard to get it right. Take a look behind, then we'll see what you can find. Ah, yes, now you see. No time to waste. Follow that lead. Digley and Dazey working on the road today, fixing traffic lights, working hard to get it right. Watch out, sparks and smoke. The big generator's broke. Fix it if you can, but Dazey has a different plan. Use light from the sun. Solar power is the one. Now the job is done. CJ, you can turn them on. Digley and Dazey are out on the road today, fixing traffic lights, working hard to get it right.
It's another windy day at Construction HQ. That wind really is blowing today. But today they're building a bigger enclosure for the sheep at the farm. Oh dear. The old sheep enclosure is far too small. Good job they're building a new one. That wind really is cold. And whoa, strong as well. But wait, what's Digley seeing? Look, it's an old farm windmill, but it's wobbling all over the place in the wind. I think it's going to collapse. They have to stop it falling onto the sheep. Phew. Good job, Dazey. Now it's falling towards the pigs. Uh-oh, look out. Phew, Dazey saved it again. Now it's falling back towards the sheep again. Oh dear. This is no good at all. What are they going to do? Wait, I think Digley has an idea. Digley's climbed up on a box. He's taken the wheel off the top. Ah, he's taking the old tower apart from the top down, so it can't fall over and hurt anyone. In no time at all, they've taken the tower apart. Now what can they do with all these planks of wood? They can recycle all the old planks from the tower and use them to build a bigger pen for the sheep. It's always good to build something new out of something old, instead of throwing things away. There, now the sheep have a much bigger place to play. Good job, everyone. It's still a bit windy. Uh-oh, Mr. Rubble's hat. One of the sheep has it. Now he's got to get it.
It's a brand new day at Construction HQ. All the vehicles are excited to get to work. I wonder what they're building today. Whoa! A pancake shack! Oh dear. Digley doesn't look his usual happy self. I wonder what's wrong. Oh no, Digley is sick. He can't work today. He'll have to stay home. Time to start work. The first thing to do is dig the foundations. But without Digley, how will they dig? That's not working at all. Daisy can't dig the way Digley does. Maybe this drill will help. Oops! Mud is going everywhere, and Daisy can't keep the drill still. This isn't working either. Oh dear, oh dear. Digley is watching from HQ. He really wants to help, but he's still feeling sick. Here's Mrs. Skip with some medicine. That should help. Back on the building site, they still haven't dug the foundations. Oh dear. Splat! Wait, this plank of wood throws dirt into the air, like a spade. Maybe they can use this to dig the foundations. Yes, it works! Good work, Daisy. She's found a way to dig in her own way, in no time at all. There, the pancake shack is finished. Aww, Daisy has brought some pancakes to Digley to make him feel better. What a good friend. Mmm, delicious.
It's a very windy day at Construction HQ. I wonder what they'll be building today. Oh wow, a towpath for the canal. That looks amazing. To build a towpath, they'll need paving slabs. Here comes Rocky the riverboat to deliver them. Ooh, it is windy today. Rocky loves to listen to music on his big headphones. There, now to unload the slabs. Gently there. Thanks, Rocky. Now the crew can get to work on the towpath. But the wind is picking up. Oh no, Mr. Rubble's hat. It's landed on the back of Rocky. Not to worry. Mrs. Skip can get it. She's even trying it on. Oh no, Rocky is sailing on. But he doesn't realise Mrs. Skip is still on the back. Come back, Rocky. He can't hear them because of his big headphones. What's Mrs. Skip going to do? She can't get carried off down the river. Who knows where she'll end up? They have to get Rocky's attention somehow. Watch where you're going, Mr. Rubble. Oops, Mr. Rubble hit a box. Digley is racing ahead to try and stop Rocky. Maybe he can get his attention with this ball. Good thing Mrs. Skip has the helmet. What's Daisy up to? She's brought the stack of slabs. I wonder what her plan is. She's hopping up on top. Hooray! She saved Mrs. Skip. She's back on dry land, safe and sound. Phew. Later on, and the towpath is almost finished. Rocky is drifting past again, still listening to his music. He never knew anything was wrong.
Another busy day at Construction HQ. And Mr. Rubble is in a rush. Oops! Careful! Bump's block tower looks wobbly. What's that sound? Let's go check it out. It's Iggy the ice cream truck. Oh, yum! That looks delicious. The crew are going to grab an ice cream as well. Oh no! CJ accidentally knocked into Bump's block tower, and now it's blocking their way out. How are they going to get an ice cream now? Daisy has an idea. She's built a ramp over the fence. That's very clever. Go on, CJ. She's got to the top. But oh no, it wasn't strong enough. Daisy has another idea. Oh, a seesaw. They can use it to bounce over the fence. Whoa! Look at Digley go! They're bouncing really high, but this might not help them get out. Digley is on the case. He's digging a hole so they can get out under the fence. Off he goes! Did he reach the ice cream van? Ah! A lion! This must be the zoo! One last go. They're going to knock the fence down together. Go, go, go! They did it! Well done, everyone. And there's Iggy the ice cream truck. Finally, they can get their ice cream. Yummy! Another? Yay! That was so much fun. But who's that? It's Mr. Rubble. He was off getting ice cream for the gang. Uh-oh. It looks like they've got some cleaning up to do now.